The man drives a wooden stake through the vampire's chest, then lifts him high into the air. Next second, the vampire instantly turns into a shriveled corpse. But this doesn't scare off the other vampires. They still crave Dracula's son's blood. To protect his son, Dracula has no choice but to hand the boy to a priest to take away. Earlier, Dracula wanted revenge on the Sultan, and to rescue his captured son. So he turned all his dying people into vampires. He summons dark clouds to block out the sun, and officially declares war on hundreds of thousands of enemy troops. Those people who became vampires charge straight into the battlefield. The soldiers don't even have time to react. The situation spirals out of control instantly. Against the crazed vampire army, hundreds of thousands of enemy soldiers stand no chance. Dracula impales the enemy general who killed his wife on a wooden stake. He immediately heads to the Sultan's tent, ready to rescue his son. But the Sultan sees through Dracula's weakness. He knows vampires fear silver, so the entire room is covered in silver coins. Dracula grips his sword tight and walks toward the Sultan step by step, but the silver coins beneath his feet are constantly draining his strength. Every time Dracula attacks, the Sultan blocks it easily.
You are slower, brother, and weaker.
The Sultan counterattacks and quickly knocks Dracula to the ground. His body can barely hold on. Facing the Sultan's mockery, Dracula charges again. The silver reflects light, nearly blinding him. The Sultan slashes open a sack full of silver coins. The coins pour down, forcing Dracula to keep backing up. The Sultan seizes the opportunity and completely overpowers him again. Then he picks up a wooden stake, ready to end this. At that moment, Dracula unleashes his last bit of strength. His body instantly transforms into bats. Next second, he appears behind the Sultan and bites into his neck. After the Sultan falls, Dracula walks out of the tent with his son. The war is over now. All the enemy soldiers have been killed by the vampires, but those vampires stare at the boy with hunger, wanting to drink his blood. Dracula realizes these vampires are out of control. He can only entrust his son to the priest, then uses his power to part the clouds in the sky. Sunlight pours down. The vampire army, the instant they touch sunlight, their bodies burst into flames. Before long, they all turn to ash, and Dracula, under the burning sun, collapses heavily to the ground. Later, Dracula's son inherits the throne, but no one knows. Deep in the camp, a man drags Dracula's body into a tent. He cuts his palm with a knife and drips blood into Dracula's mouth. Next second, Dracula, who should be dead, opens his eyes again.